Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And guys, today in this video we are going to learn about enabling and using the RightFax Sync module. This is very important because if you have gone through my previous videos, I spoke about lots of things. It is a combination of multiple components. So each component has its own role and services. So they work together. Okay, they work together to make a complete process. So everything should be communicating with each and everything again once again. So that is what I'm going to discuss in this video, why it is important and how we can enable, how we can configure, so that RightFax can work properly as required as per the process. Okay, I hope this video will be informative. So here is nothing. I'm using my uh, PDF file. So guys, here this is 8th chapter, enabling and using the RightFax Sync module. Okay, and here I will tell you first of all. So guys, RightFax maintains a database of users. Very simple. In my couple of videos also I spoke about it. RightFax will have one database. Okay, and that database will contain information about users. Okay, I have this zoomed it. This database defines each user's RightFax specific account information. Yes, that database will have information about each user's contact information, logon information, preferences, permissions, and with the RightFax Sync module, you can import and update this information in real or at a definable intervals from other data source such as Microsoft Active Directory or LDAP compliant data source. And when you use the RightFax Sync module, only the RightFax destination database is updated, and the data the original data source is not changed. So here two important thing is, like, one is source, one is destination. Okay, without source and destination synchronization, sync will not happen. So everything has a specific role here. That is what we are going to learn in this video. So make a note guys. Okay, uh, this is now this is what we are going to see now. What is sync module? Okay, or about the sync module. So guys, the sync module is an XML or XSLT data based tool. Okay, that allows RightFax administrator to create and update users from Active Directory domains, groups and organizational units, and LDAP compliant data sources. And what are the features? So if we talk about features of this, so guys, synchronization data is not stored in Active Directory. So the synchronization is happening and it is creating some sort of data that is not going to be in Active Directory. Okay, very simple. And it supports multi-domain environment, and it also supports LTAP and robust real-time logging and diagnostic, as well as nested group are not automatically included when synchronization uh, from parent group. It is there. So let me reduce size. It will give you better view. Okay, from parent groups. So, and synchronization is managed as a data as a standalone service. So this synchronization is all about a standalone service. Okay, and I hope it is very clear up to this. And now I will move to the next one, which is like configuring. I'm giving you overview of configuration. Okay, rest of thing we will see later on. So like, if you want to configure uh, sync module, so define one or more Active Directory or LDAP. That is all about source. Okay, there should be one source, there should be one destination, there should be one database to be updated, and from information will come and where it will go. That is all about is known as source and destination. Okay, and getting started, if you want to get a start how to configure this. So guys, select the Windows account from which to run the sync module, and if synchronization with Active Directory, the account must be member of Active Directory domain user group. Okay, it should be domain user group. Okay, that is also known as like service account. Okay, if you want to configure it, so let's see, this is the wizard. First of all, you will get to get started. So you can see here, I told you there will be two more important thing. One is source and destination. So you can see here it is showing you one source and destination tab, one is general, one is logging, and it has more. So I will show you it. Wait, so first of all, you should understand how you are going to open it. So you need to go to services. Okay, EFM, and under the server click services, then double click RightFax Sync module, and the RightFax Sync module configuration opens. This is the wizard, and now here click services account, this service account. Okay, service account, and select uh, a Windows account from which to run the sync module, and define the data source and destinations. So guys, you can define as many as sources and destination you need, and after you define the data source or destination, a tab for that source or destination is added in the sync module configuration. So here you will see that whatever entry we are making or you are making, so this will give you, this column will give you source, this column will give you destination, this is transform, and this is schedule if you are scheduling anything for that update to be done. And like to define new data source, so you need to go to general and click source and destination, this one, and the sync source and destination window will open. Okay, and again you need to give couple of things like click new, this new you need to click, define source or destination window open. Okay, and type, what type it is, like what kind of source it is, whether it is Active Directory or it is LDAP, and name you need to give here. Okay, and then to define new destination, again you need to go to source and destination tab, and then sync source and destination, source or destination what you want to select, type again what you want. So select open text RightFax, destination you have to give. Okay, destination, source you can give either Active Directory or LDAP, but destination you have to give open text RightFax. Okay, and name you need to give here whatever is, like you can give a code RF for RightFax kind of things. Okay, and to rename the source, to rename a data source or destination, so general tab you need to go click source and destination, and select source or destination you want to rename, and click rename, give a new name and click OK. So these are the very simple steps you have to follow for this configuration. And if you want to delete, now we'll see about the deletion of the destination or source. So again you have to go to general tab, select source and destination, then delete, yes, okay. And to configure, now you can see here this is a window. Okay, RightFax Sync module configuration. So earlier you were able to see general logging tab. Now here you can see multiple tabs like filters you got, output you got, special you got, LDAP division you got, AD corporate list you got, RF RightFax you got here. So all are important and everything is important to be configured. So guys, for example, configuring this data source. So if you want to configuring data source, first of all you have to pay attention to both these filters. So guys, for each data source you must configure how the sync module will bring the data into RightFax database. Okay, very important. And this includes, very simple, first one is filter and the second one is output, and the next one is, here you can see, special. So we'll see what is filter here or filters. So guys, filters specify which user will be synchronized into RightFax. Okay, so which user is going to be synchronized into RightFax. You must choose a domain and at least one organizational unit or group for each set of users. you can include and exclude users based on groups. Without filters, synchronization does not occur. So we have to be very careful this filters if synchronization is not happening. For example, you have created one new user and it should reflect to your RightFax, but it is not happening. So you should check whether it is configured properly in filter or not. Okay, whether it is member of organizational unit or group or not, kind of things. Okay, so guys, couple of notes you should see here, like to include domain user accounts in the synchronization, select a group filter type. Okay, group filter type, OU do not include domain users, so organizational unit will not include domain users, so you have to select group. And if you need to change the filter type for data source from OU to group or group to OU, you must first delete the source and recreate it for the new filter type. And output is also very important, guys. Output configuration specify how the synchronize users into the database or RightFax database. If they are found to be new or modified, deleted or disabled, this data is transformed into a format suitable for the RightFax database. And next one is to configure. Let me show you, is there anything? No. To configure a data source, okay, how you can configure it? So guys, you need to go to sync module configuration and then click the tab for the source you want to configure. Active Directory source have the prefix 80, LDAP source have the prefix LDAP. So you can see here, this is LDAP division and this is AD corporate list. Okay, and to select existing AD sync profile or LDAP configuration, do the following. So guys, this is for Active Directory and this is for LDAP. For Active Directory source, you need to go to special. This tab special is there. Okay, and tab for the source. Click import. When you import a profile, a new property collection and new transform is created. Okay, and if you are retrieving information about the users from LDAP source, then you need to go to general tab, and for the source select configuration from a list. To create a new list, I will show you in coming up video. Okay, so this is general information here. And the next thing is, like on the filter tab, define the filters for the source that I'm going to discuss in coming up video. And here also on the output tab, define the output for new, modified, deleted and as needed disabled user accounts. And these are the parameters we need to configure. Okay, and the next thing is, like I will show you here what we are going to learn. So guys, creating a new LDAP schema. Okay, so for that, what we have to do, we need to go to general tab, I told you, and source LDAP configuration window will open, and new we need to give, select default configuration, then select one of the bundled configuration options such as default LDAP or default nodes LDAP, or click OK. On the general tab, in the configuration name box, enter a unique name for the configuration. Now you have to go to here, like connection tab, do the following. Under server, you need to give host and base TN, that is name, organization, followed by the port number used by your LDAP server. Security, enter authentication method and validate confirmation. To confirm your information, if correct, you receive a message, validation successful, click OK. And on the schema tab, change the default and standard LDAP value as needed, and on the deleted object. So these are the options we need to follow at the time of configuration. Okay, and like on the deleted object, configure how deleted objects, users, group and OU will be tracked. Specify a deleted object storage container and if necessary, create a search filter to provide result associated only with deleted objects. This feature can only be used in LDAP environment that support object tracking. Okay, and let me tell you a little more. So this is what defining filters. Okay, when synchronizing with Active Directory, nested groups and organizational unit are not automatically included. This allow for finer control of which group and OU to include. So to define a filter for Active Directory source, go to filter tab, then click new, and define filter window will open. This is define filter window. So here you have to give domain, browse domain, and organizational units, include groups, excluded groups, included groups, excluded group. Okay, very simple. This is what you have to do. Okay, and so guys, here note you should make a note, like by default the parent domain is selected for Active Directory searches. Link Click locations to browse to and select the correct domain. So if we have multiple domain, so default parent domain will be selected automatically. So you can choose as per the requirement by going to locations and click OK. The filter appears on the filter tab of the source. So guys, now if you want to define filter for an LDAP source, so again what you have to do is mention here. Again you need to go to browse, go to domain, click browse to display the distinct name for the domains. Select the show distinct name checkbox and select a domain and click OK. Okay, so these are the steps you need to follow as needed to define a filter. Next to the organizational unit, included group and excluded group, click add, and it displays distinct names, DN. For the objects, select a so-called distinct name, and these are the options you will see there. So very simple. Okay, very simple. And now if you want to configure or defining the output for both AD and LDAP source, you can change the output for the new and modified and for deleted users. The output tab of an AD source also includes a section for defining the output for disabled users. So this is the tab we will get here at the time of configuring output for new and modified users. Okay, so go to this and you can see here, like new, modified users, disabled users. So what you want to do when disabled users are detected on the following: ignore disable user, like default action property. These are the options we have here, like deleted users, and this is for disabled user. So when deleted users are detected, the following command is output to the XML file. Only delete if user is empty. Okay, so these are the options guys we need to follow very carefully, and that is why I am creating like this PDF so that you can follow step by step. Okay, and you can see here under new modified user, define a collection of any number of Active Directory text-based property that will be used to update RightFax database. So we have to select this one property from here. Okay, and click default. Okay, default exchange property and edit collection. Here this collection option is there, edit collection options. So the property collection dialog box open, and here you can see do one of the following. To create new property collection, click new, and to create new property collection based on an, I will show you what it is, existing one. Okay, if you have already one, highlight the collection you want to copy in the list and then click copy. And to edit an existing collection, highlight the collection in the list and then click edit. And if this is a new property collection, in the name and description box enter a unique name for the collection. And if you remove property from the selected collection, highlight the property and click remove. If you want to to add properties to the selected collection, click add in the property picker dialog box. Highlight the properties you want to update each time and sync program runs. If you want to update these things, okay, very simple, at the each time the sync program run, click OK. So like this you can select and click OK. This is property picker basically. And these are the very simple steps we have to follow. And output for deleted users. So guys, only these are the property we will get at the time of configuration. So only like what you have to do if you want to configure this, only delete if user is empty. The user is only deleted if the record is empty. Never delete user, always delete users. Okay, and if a user that was created on the RightFax server through an Active Directory synchronization does not subsequently appear in the Active Directory, you can treat that user as deleted user. To do so, select the optional. Okay, this optional option was there. So let me show you, that is the one, this option. If it is created at one place and if it is not available at both place, I should say. And this is what output for disabled users. So again you can select this: ignore disabled users, delete disabled users, delete disabled users only if empty, mark as disabled RightFax users. Okay, and now I will show you like configuring the destination database, a destination database. So again here, like for each destination database you must configure how the data is brought into the RightFax database. So to configure a destination database, in the sync module configuration window, click the tab for the destination you want to configure. Go to server tab. In the server name box, enter the RightFax server name and RightFax account, and select the RightFax account that has administrator access permission. Okay, and apart from this, these are the steps you can see here. This is like RightFax user template. This server we need to go, and server I told you. Now users, this is fourth step you need to follow. On the users tab, enter the RightFax user account to use as template or model for creation of new synchronized users. New users inherit all settings associated with the specified user. So this is just like copying another user profile. And guys, here creating mapping. Okay, so you can see a couple of things here. This you can see here, like mapping, attempt to map onto existing RightFax users, and modify user account mapping. So there are lots of options we need to go carefully, because every option has certain functionality. So I will show you all those things in my coming up video. Here I'm just giving you basic demo. And now if you want to create mapping, okay, that is what I was talking about. So after you defined and configured data source and destination, you must map source to destination to specify which source will update. Very simple. So mapping define how and when source and destination are synchronized. Okay, so for this you can define as many mappings as you need and use sources and destinations in more than one mapping. For example, you can synchronize a single Active Directory source into two different RightFax servers, or two different source into a single RightFax servers. So for that you need to go to General tab, New, Sync Mapping, and this is window. Source you need to give like AD corporate list, and destination RF RightFax. Okay, and timing you can schedule here. So here even tab is there, transform file. Okay, in the source and destination box select your source and destination, and here under the transform file click browse, open RightFax uh, cap sync and config file. This you need to select carefully. Whatever it is you have to give this I mean you need to select this file whatever wherever it is available. And guys, verifying user synchronization. Okay, so users created or updated by the sync module appears in EFM and web admin with sync wedged plus next to the icon like this it will show. And where I went mapping I told you. And now we'll see troubleshooting. Okay, so guys, the sync module provides administrators with convenient and customizable real-time logging and troubleshooting tools. So logging is like using logging tab. RightFax administrator can control which type of messages are logged by the sync module. Each message can be customized using categories and logging labels. By default, all output is written to the Windows event log. When the service is running in debug mode, error and warnings are written to the Windows event log based on the event log settings. Okay, so from here we can configure lots of logging. Okay, and apart from this, diagnostics. So like all RightFax services, you can run the sync module in debug mode for real-time monitoring, logging and troubleshooting. You can customize the trace label, group by processes, and save the output to an RTP or RTF or TXT file. The diagnostic window shows error and warnings in different color and allows the services to be started, stopped, paused, and resumed. So RightFax has this capability to restart couple of services automatically. In my previous video, I spoke about it. And to run sync module in debug mode, we need to go to services and RightFax sync module, and then click stop service. And after the service is stopped, right click the service and then click debug. The diagnostics window will open. Okay, I think I am done with this. And diagnostic window will open, and it will give you complete statistics of status. I mean what happened, what is available there in that uh, uh, like output here. Basically what are the issues, warning, errors, and also that will be a summary. So guys, here this video is over, and I have completed like enabling using sync RightFax, and I have discussed couple of things like the source, destination, LDAP, configuring, logging, and couple of things. And I'm sure it is informative. You just need to have a pen and paper to make a note so that you can capture a couple of things, because everything is not possible to keep in mind while you are watching video. And if you like it and if you want to learn more, you know what you have to do is very simple. Just do subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I will meet you in next video with the next topic, that is my next chapter here, that is configuring server side application, that is also known as SSA. Okay, so if you want to gain more knowledge, want to expert in this, please do subscribe channel. So that's is done here. I will meet you next video. Till then, bye bye.